Hey everyone, I'm Nikki from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And my story, I got pregnant at the age of 20 and 7 months later got pregnant. I had my daughter in May of 2008 and 7 months later I got pregnant with my son. So I was a very young mom and I completed college, graduated from college, but I just did it to get out of there to be a mom. So, the job, I worked for my dad. He owns his own company. So I was just an office manager. Didn't really follow through with my career. Um, and after my son, I had postpartum. It was never really diagnosed through my doctors, and I didn't go to anyone, but they gave me medicine. So I took that for probably a few weeks. And then I said, you know what, I don't want to medicate myself anymore. I needed to do something. Well, I saw infomercials for P90X. So everyone was doing it. And I figured, I was so overweight because I gained 76 pounds with my daughter when I was pregnant, only lost about 40 of it, and then got pregnant with my son and gained 69 pounds. So when I delivered both my children, I was 200 pounds. So I figured a lot of my depression had to do with my weight. Ordered P90X, got through phase one, and quit. It was really just a self, sabotaging thing. There was no reason behind it, but I quit. Went to the gym maybe 3 times. And then a year later, a friend of mine, who was my coach, Katie, had messaged me about Shakeology. And I looked into it and I said, you know what, I can't afford that. Like right now, I was a full time substitute teacher making, we were going paycheck to paycheck. So I really didn't have the money to do it. And she let me know about the coaching opportunity where I didn't have to do anything. I could just, get Shakeology with the discount. So I did it. So 2011, April of 2011, I became a coach. And I was just a discount coach. I wasn't going to help anyone because I couldn't even help myself. Well, 2 weeks in, I saw the support from our team and I decided, you know what, I need to give to other moms out there that are in the same situation as I am because our team is so amazing and they're giving me so much support that I needed to share that. So in June, my job, I wasn't guaranteed for the fall. So, I didn't even take a position for the fall for teaching. So, June of 2011, I basically said, you know what, I'm not teaching anymore. I'm going to be a stay at home mom. And we struggled. I went back to working for my dad in his office and just being an office manager, I think I was making like $10, $11 an hour. And we were struggling. I ended up paying for my Shakeology and coach fees on a credit card because that's how our finances were. Um, 6 months into the business, I was making my Shakeology back, but I wasn't making more than that. So it really wasn't helping with anything else. We had moved into a house, and my commitment to being in this house was paying for the utilities. So we split everything down the middle. My husband was taking on the mortgage. I was taking on everything else, and I had to put it on credit cards. So I got into so much debt our first 6 months of the business, and my husband and I's relationship was going downhill because we were fighting all the time about money and how I was investing a lot of time into helping other people and I wasn't getting a return out of it. So I had talked to my mentor and said, what can I do? Because I know this is for me. This is where my passion is. I want to help people. And she said to me, ask your husband for 60 days, full 100% commitment to support you. So I did. I'd say those 2 months went by and I still wasn't where I needed to be financially. But he said to me, I don't care how much money you're making. I see how happy you are and how much you love helping other people, and said, we will struggle until you make this work because I know this is what you want. So to me, that was huge. So 8 months after being a coach, I went diamond and I had a rock star coach, which made me 1 star qualifying right away. And then the business just kept growing and growing and growing. And now 2 years later, I will be able to finally pay off my debt that I acquired in the first year of being a Beachbody coach and while I was in college and my student loans. So I'm really happy about that. And we are hoping that next April, which will be my 3-year anniversary of Beachbody, that we will actually be able to have my husband retire from his full-time job, which he is a police officer. So he works the night shift and has court in the morning. So I'd say he sees our kids maybe 10 hours a week, which is really sad because they're finally getting into things, t-ball and gymnastics and, just being able to take them to school and picking them up. And then that's something that I really want in their life. So I'm hoping that in 2014 that we can retire him from his full-time job. Even if it is December of 2014, we will retire him from his full-time job so that he can be present in our children's lives. So that is my story. That is where I am today. I am so thankful for Beachbody and my coach because if it wasn't for you guys, who knows where I would be. I was so depressed. So thank you all for your support and encouragement and everything that you do. Even when you don't know it, you are really, really, truly helping me.